Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 and the Germany campaign. And well, where we carried off on our something a little bit different series, we were building up our military slowly but surely. And we were kind of slowly building up an offensive with our tanks and things. And we're going to move our tanks like so to try and cut off this little bit of a section of our line here, because Spain is not looking too good, and to be honest with you, neither is this up here, but we can easily send some units to go deal with that. So that is going to be the game plan. But we're just going to sort out this unit here and finish the job on him. Mr. Valentin Gonzalez has been fighting Gundarian for a long time. It's difficult to tell if he's leveling up or anything's happening like that. Like, if I was to look at his stuff, you can get Panzer Expert. Or any of these that do, like, quick. So you get stuff from that. Skilled staff there. 24 armies, Jesus Christ. So he's got mountain, hill fighter, desert fox things. So you don't get anything from like the winter things. Socorros. Ooh. Yes, okay, that's kind of cool. So we've got a doctrine here. Now, I don't want to get that yet because we don't have a theorist in place that makes it cheaper. And I think I would rather build my units up, to be honest with you, than anything. You wouldn't mind fucking off this infantry unit, that would be mighty kind of you. Now, I don't care about equipment conversion speed unless... So, if I have a stockpile of fighters, and can I convert them? Or is it converting a production run? It's probably converting a production run. That would make a little bit of sense. I can see why that would make some sense. You've actually taken one of them already, so that's not bad. And these guys are stubborn. They're not going to pull out like these guys over here. Now, if we do the last stand, that'll help our units defend and fight back, which is good. Rain's helping us a little bit. Supply isn't. But we're getting a bonus from the fact that our units cannot be pierced. So armor helping us a little tiny bit. Okay, so up to 107, not bad. And the Brits don't look like they're near to catching up with our gateway to unit thingy stuff. So I think we want to take that off actually, so that I don't get notified about it because it's really annoying. And I don't care about any of these at the moment. So can I take all of them off? I probably can. And that'll add an infrastructure unit, but again, I'm not bothered about that at the moment. And this time we can do the attack. So yeah, so far, I'm enjoying it. I wouldn't say I like it more than Hearts of Iron 3, is what I would say. But I'm enjoying my little foray into Hearts of Iron 4. It's something. You know, I feel like we're making progress. It's not as it seems. My problem with the old was that it felt very bare bones. So it is good to see that they've spent some time kind of improving the interface and making things a little bit cleaner. I mean, I've installed a couple of mods that like colour the buttons and stuff. I've yet to play around with this intelligence thing, so I feel like that's going to be something I'm going to want to do relatively soon. I've got the option to befriend people. I want to get up to 500k, so I need to get on that pretty quickly. Army innovations or air innovations both seem useful. But I don't think I want to get that yet. I think we want to probably go for this this liquidization one, because, yeah, we're coming to the end of this one. We can get that one, which will be really quick. Let's get the anti-tank, because I want to build those into my units soon.
Ausrücken!
United Front's just formed, which is cool. So I think we're seeing Japan get frisky. Punching through there, which is good to see. And we are going to cut off their escape. And the hills and forest regions don't look too bad. I think they were planning to maybe try and keep this as a bit of a... Oh, look at that, there's an encirclement there.
Angetreten.
Ah, units. So, let's get you over there. Build up Poland. And we actually want to put you over there, I think.
Bereit. Angetreten.
Infantry unit here.
Bereit.
Yeah, we're not quite filled in yet. Now, yeah, we want some more infantry. And I think we're going to want to actually get them in whatever that place is this time. So when this goes, 170 political power will return to us. Which is kind of cool. I don't know where we need to get to. Is it like 100, do you think, that it needs to get to?
Greif weiter an!
I'm not going to give them the chance to escape. I feel like the hill's position at the bottom is where we want to go. Contain that, which is good. Ah, some more free civilian factories. Now, how many do we have free? 11 available for construction. So this might be the time to create an agency and create the Abwehr. And we still have some free, where we could think about building up some of our infrastructure. The 80% level ones are, I think, fine to try and build up.
Zeigt es ihnen!
20, good. This all feels very positive. We can surround those tanks. That would be very useful because their supply situation will really fall away. And in fact, speaking of supply situations, you can see there's been some sort of something's happened over here. AI's managed to get itself trapped. Because of course it has. I mean, why wouldn't it? Time out there, I'm not bothered about that.
Greif weiter an!
Unit pushing to jump in. Looks like we're breaking through. Slowly but surely. Now, how experienced are you? Oh, we've got a veteran. As high as we go. Seasoned, and you're veterans as well. Very cool. So, 100% max. Max kind of units. Okay. So a theorist. Now, a Blitzkrieg theorist would be really cool. Get that max speed increase. So I think we're going to go for Mr. Gundarin when the Gundarin. I never know how to pronounce that. The Brits call it, say it in a couple of different funny ways, and it doesn't always look like it works to me. Now, I would like to get the armor speed from Henschel as well at some point, but for now, I think I'm pretty happy. Now, the only other thing that would be interesting would be war economy. But I think we've got a decision that can do that, so... 180 from that when the time comes.
Ausrücken!
Come on, you're nearly there. Ah, perfect. Good.
Zeigt es ihnen!
That's stopping the organisation issue there. That's good. I think we're about to see an encirclement occur. That might have even been a naval invasion, you know, over here.
Ausrücken!
Which would have been bloody hilarious. You in a good position, note 12 days. There, that's not bad. We're really lowering down that world tension. It's going down substantially.
Zeigt es ihnen!
We're a friendly Germany. We send volunteers and that's it. So, you're going to get a 100% bonus there. And then coal liquidation is going to give us another one. So, I kind of feel like we probably... Let's just hold off for this burst to end in case we get a bonus on the next one on that one.
Angetreten!
So that looks like...
Ausrücken!
Let's reinforce just a tiny bit.
Angetreten!
So, with that... So we're going to grab excavation. And we're also going to grab improved British war level artillery.
Achtung!
We're just going to wait for you to recover a little bit. And then there's the ab there. So, now we've got the ab there. We've got recruiting a operative. I would be interested to see what some of the civilian areas in other parts of the world are doing. So we're going to get that first of all.
Achtung!
And you guys are getting ready to go. With your force attack mission. And we've got hills and forest and things. It's not too bad. And yeah, we've got a real... Spain not looking too good. This is the long and short of that. So we can get you up way ahead of time, which would be cool. 37 level 1 here. So if we've got any techs or anything that we want to get at, logistics and signals. So we definitely want to get radios. Very important for Germany, a massive part of their success in World War II. Radio technology. Up to 80, let's do it again. I kind of want to move this back. Ah, victory! So there's one there, so we've got a couple of bridge positions to deal with. We're beating them here, so they're going to be down to a couple of provinces, which is good. AI is really struggling. Now, are there any plains provinces forest, hills, 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 mountain, hills, hills, mountain, 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 urban, hills. The forest might be our best bet out of our options. And looks like we did have a victory over here, which is kind of cool. So there's some troops that are going to get done in there.
Ausrücken!
And I wonder if you're going to get anything. Hill fighters a little bit closer, which is kind of cool. If we could send our tanks over hills, my friend, then that would be very useful. Not against any of this, and I feel like if we check the amount of people we have in the field, we'd have 500k manpower in the field, so we're about 100k off that at the moment, and we are building up units in the background. So if we were to train another couple of you and put you in the Berlin area. And if we were also to train a couple of additional tank units, put you in the Berlin area, and then also train some more infantry, another 2 sets, and this time we're going to position you in Franken. Let's do a major push for extra units. We've got now a continuous front. Possibility of a push by us over here, which is good.
Los, los, los!
We are slowly fighting our way through. Okay, so there's coal liquidization. Get onto German war economy. I'm not going to do that until we're 100% happy that we've got what we need. So if I want to go for, is there a way to build up war support? The answer is no, not as it stands. So I'm thinking synthetic rubber first, and then when's our next tech finish up? So 60 days, so about 2 months. Got some hard survivors over here. Tungsten. Unfulfilled. Well then, Portugal. You will perform our tungsten needs. Okay, we can increase our demand for trade. Which is going to be up to 210, which is sizable.
Zeigt es ihnen! Ausrücken!
If we look at the strength of these units,
Zeigt es ihnen!
if we were to look at what they're predominantly made up of, we've got a lot more Panzer IIs and Panzer Is now, which is something. And that's pretty sizable. Oh, Veal is in demand here, so can we change that? Maximilian von Weiss. Okay, so there's like a whole list of people. Oh, we can recruit someone. So Seducer and a Natural Auditor. So we can do a coup. I mean, I like the sound of that. You've got the ability to do well in Turkey. But this person's got 2 things going for them. So let's get her, and she can stay there at the moment. She's got a nice smile. It's the smiling Nazi. And we want 200 in order to get the speedy Gonzalez of tanks.
Greift weiter an!
we're going to pivot our construction a little bit. So we're up to 13. Now, we could build up just a little bit more on the old civilian factory front. So when we get to 100 in total, we're going to pivot a little bit.
Zeigt es ihnen!
Keep that building going.
Zeigt es ihnen!
It gives you a mean and median organisation, which is kind of cool. And there's a bit of unit dancing going on in front of me, by the looks of it. Now, I don't know if I'm really being 100% optimal with this, but I'm going to assume that I am, and give myself a cap on the back. I feel like we are going to want to build up our military factory pretty fast at this point. And 3 dockyards, so up to 6. So we've got 3 destroyers, so another few destroyers ready to come out. So 5th of September 1937. I mean, it's nice playing the game without fear of it crashing on me. You know, I don't want to speak too soon, but that's positive. Okay, we've got real encirclements going on pretty much all over the front now. So that's good. In fact, we've got another naval landing that's just happened over there.
Ausrücken!
This guy's not that effective. Just supply and attack. So, we can add a theorist. And I feel like we want to add Mr. Gundar in here for a speed bonus. And if we do synthetic rubber and an army innovations, we can get a doctrine stuff very cheap.
Bereit!
So, tanks. In we trot. Encirclements. So, multiple combat is going to adversely impact a lot of them. And this is a real bit of border gore over here. This is full-on border gore. AI is not enjoying it. Now, I think Malaga and Almira are probably the only areas left that we need to even think about. Now, civilian factory-wise, do we want to try and build some military? I think we probably do want to do that. So let's get a run of military factories. Now, how quick do they build? So with the 13 in there, which isn't quite optimal, that's only 1 month. And these take, you know, a little bit longer than that. So we can build military factories quite quickly
Ausrücken!
with our bonuses and things. Okay, so there goes Spain. Well, hey.
Achtung!
So, I feel like we probably want to try and head over here. Let's try and get a little bit of support going in that part of the world. And we're getting this done nice and quickly. It's 15 days until they arrive there. The Brits are so far off the pace on that front.
Achtung!
We need to try and establish a land connection if we can. So I feel like we want to try and run our way through here. Units are going relatively quickly. Mountains not our friends. Okay, easy victory. Another Plains province there. Attack here, which is good. Okay, and well, other than a little bit of a fight back over there in that part of the world, we're going to have a lot of things done relatively soon. Now, I've got 150k in training. And speaking of units in training, got some coming online, which is kind of cool. Fine. Now, you're 5 units, so we've got 1, 2, 3 areas there, minimum. So let's fill out that part of the front. Let's get that up to 100. Not bad. Border there to do, as well as a border bit here, so a little bit of stuff to do, but nothing major.
Angetreten.
Support our attack, please. Okay, so easy breakthrough there. There's like this weird line of strip that we're dealing with. How's our production and construction looking? So you're going to be online soon. In fact, most of these will be finishing all at the same time. So we're running a little bit low on fuel. So we're going to need to build some fuel silos and stockpiles in a minute, I think. And you're going to drop back below 10% soon.
Los, los, los!
Okay, and we get a 300% run on this one. So, fuel gain per oil, fuel gain from refineries. Right, so that one is just a 50% bonus, whereas that's... So for us, this is probably better, I would say. And we've got some free military factories. Let's keep that improving and going up. Okay, up to 165.
Zeigt es ihnen!
And improved equipment conversion, not bad. So we've pretty much got all of this ahead of time, which is kind of cool. Doing radio at the moment. Do we want to get anything there? We might want to get maintenance company, possibly. Adds a reliability bonus. 37 level techs anywhere that we feel like we'd want. Don't really care about naval. We get heavy fighters. Scout planes? Not against that.
Greift weiter an!
Especially when we get the pack going. We could also get heavy fighters. Might be useful as well. I think we get a production cost decrease from S. So, still a bit of time away from Anschluss. We need 500k in the field, but we're getting closer to it. Let's get army innovations, because we get a decrease in cost for land doctrine, and we're pretty much at the point where this stuff's going to be ending soon.
Greift weiter an!
How long? Yeah. So 230 we're going to get banked coming back to us relatively soon. feel like they might be ready to give up soon. And give in to our demands. So if we were to with a trade, we could do with being friendly with Portugal. Yeah, and 58 civilian factories, that means we can get military factories very quickly. So my thinking is we want to get some of the doctrine stuff as cheap as we can, because when we look at our military stuff, so we can get you for 85 at the moment. 85, so these are all very cheap. So these are all extremely cheap, which is the angle that we're going to want to go down. Looks like we've got one hell of a never-ending battle here. This unit is dug in. And we do have air superiority, which is good. And how many planes do we have in stockpile? Nearly 1,000, which is good.
Alright.
Right, tank units. Mountain province here. Let's try and finish the job. So some army innovation. So we've got a theorist here. Are you chief of the army at the moment? Yes. So by doing this, we get Browstitch, who does divisional speed, which we might want to go for at some point. We also get Erwin Rommel with military high command, which does armor bonuses, so not against that. Right, victory. So apparently it's going to take us 1.3 years to build up our fuel stockpile. So we've got work to do there. We've got some upgrades to do on our infantry equipment. We probably want to get that in factors of 5. Same thing here. Same thing there. So we build you up to 5. Build you up to 5. We get 5 on there. If we get 5 on all of these, I'd say we're in a pretty good spot. And our army innovation's not looking too bad. Go back to speed 5 again, I think. And let's just have a little look over here. So we could easily do a bit on here with you, just to make sure that you're set up. So we can take you off. You, fine gentleman, you could go into training.
Achtung!
And you could all go into training.
Bereit!
And so could you.
Angetreten!
And so could you. We might want to set up like a specific training army soon to like handle some of this.
Befehle?
Yeah, so let's make a new army.
Achtung!
And let's attach you there. And then let's take you.
Bereit!
And let's attach you there.
Angetreten!
You're done. Let's take
Achtung!
all of you.
Bereit!
So I'm happy to let them train.
Achtung!
You guys don't need to train now.
Befehle? Achtung!
So you join up here.
Bereit!
As could
Achtung!
you. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you a new commander. And we'll give Gunderain control of this. And we'll create a fullback line here.
Achtung!
And we'll attach
Angetreten!
all of these units here to it.
Angetreten!
And what we'll do is we will start training these.
Bereit! Bereit!
Hey, not bad. Not bad at all. So, I feel like tech-wise we're looking pretty good. We've got a decent grounding of air things that we're doing. We're on to 38 level techs nearly. Some of these are ahead of time. We could think about getting logistics company. I feel like we probably don't want to do that yet. Marines, paratroopers and things. None of that really appeals. I think we just want to hold off a minute until we get army innovations done. Let's have a look at our unit templates because we got anti-tank a while ago. So I want to change you to be anti-tank. And I want to add in armoured car. Are you going to make them slower? Ugh. Ooey. So if we were to go for another motorised infantry, we got to 20, so we've got support artillery, engineer, recon, support anti-tank. Got that going. And then for panzers, so you're a 20 width unit. Do we want to put in an artillery there and an anti-tank here? I think we probably do. And then add in an anti-tank there as well. Yep. Okay, that's not bad. And then for you, we've got artillery and things. We don't want to give it a motorized. So, engineer, support artillery, cavalry, anti-tank, and infantry. And then, yeah, for you, give Mountaineer, Mountaineer. Want to give a support artillery, support anti-tank, engineer, cav, Mountaineer. Actually, if we remove you and then put in anti-tank, artillery, and then a Mountaineer, that will give us a nice mixture of different things. Okay, 63. And then we probably just want to remove this one, to be honest, so we'll just delete that cav one. So we need towed anti-tank. 4,000 of them. So we're going to go up to 10. And over here we're going to drop in basic armor protection. Continue to build up our infrastructure stuff for military factories.
Angetreten. Achtung.
So you need to do a little bit of workout as well.
Angetreten. Achtung!
Everyone's going to exercise.
Achtung!
so doctrines. 35 points for that. 35 for that. Good. Okay, so that makes that very cheap. No national focus. Treaty with the USSR. We can go for Anschluss. Let's go for it. Let's try and get it. MIFO bills. Perfect. Build, and we can modify military high command. Who can we get? I would like to get Rommel, to be honest with you. Part of me would like to change out Keitel as well for Brow. I mean, that'll be during the wartime, maybe. We'll want to switch out Keitel for Browstitch. Possibly. That might be the way to go. Okay, so radio means we can get signal. Yeah. Good, and we can possibly think about adding that in as well when we get enough of it. So army exercise is actually giving us a lot at the moment because we're building up all of our units. So you can stop.
Angetreten.
You're okay. So the majority of you are building up nicely. You can stop as well.
Bereit.
And just waiting on one unit there before we can be happy. We need some tungsten. Building. And a nationalist victory is very good for us.
Achtung!
Very good indeed. We've got a lot of very strong units. We're having to build up like our anti-tank surplus and things, mind you. Okay, so the HIP is going to be done 40-41 as it stands, but I mean, we're nearly done with our destroyers and things. I'm happy to send some fighters over, just by virtue of the fact that we have enough of them lying around. Select the military high command. Ah, okay, so we want Rommel. So we want Rommel in a little bit of time. But not for a little bit. Okay, so we've just got improved oil processing. Kind of feel like I want to get radar. A useful contraption.
Bereit.
Yeah, you guys are nearly built up. You're okay over here. You're okay over there.
Bereit.
A little bit of coldness going on over here.
Bereit.
I think you guys are building up okay. Okay, so Rommel's still quite a distance away, but when we get the decision to bring in the Dutch trade stuff, hopefully that'll help. And overall we are building up bloody quickly. So, what do we get? Army experience, plus 10. So up to 35, that's not bad. And how about our doctrinals? So we need 85 before we can get the next one. Oh well, that's fine. Improved armor protection. Okay, and then we get Anschluss. So, we've got a couple of different ways we can go down here. We need 750,000 to go either way, or 725. So we've got a lot of work still to do. We've got more in training though, and we're really ahead of time on that stuff. So don't need to rush it. Infrastructure and railway construction speed I'm not against. We're going to want that, eventually anyway, so we might as well try and get it now. And we need more tungsten apparently, so let's get it.
Bereit.
Okay, and we've got some additional unit templates, so what we're going to do is you guys can come off that, and you can now take the Czechoslovakian front.
Angetreten. Befehle.
Do we want these ones? We want them to change their logistical setup. So we want you to do this.
Angetreten. Achtung.
And you gentlemen.
Befehle.
And we're going to change you into a brigade. Yes.
Befehle. Achtung. Befehle.
And I think we're going to. You're just a crap little garrison unit. We can probably disband you. Made you into a great brigade as well.
Angetreten.
And then you were going to convert to an infantry unit as well. Okay, so anyone that is
Befehle. Angetreten.
off you will go. Okay, very good. Now we'll put the squeeze on Yugoslavia. We've got another unit there, which means we can convert it into a thingy one. Okay, not bad. So 244, which means we can add Rommel in, which is kind of cool. What are we lacking? More tungsten. So this must all be production related. So when we look at our construction things then, we're lacking tungsten, but overall, up to 50 military factories. We've got a full production quota there. We've got panzers coming online. We haven't got enough on either of those yet, but we're getting there. Army exercises. Yep, nearly done. Nearly done. So you guys can stop.
Angetreten.
You guys can do.
Angetreten.
And that means you guys can stop.
Angetreten. Achtung.
And you can head over there. And then you. My new army over here. Let's delete this one. And then you
Achtung.
can go over there. Perfect.
Befehle.
So this is our armoured area. We'll just exercise these for a minute, if only to bring up their combat effectiveness up to a max level. And then, yeah, that was the only other thing we wanted to do, was have a little look at our templates. So, Signal Battalion, when are you going to be done? 95 days, and then we'll have those guys online. Happy days.
Befehle.
Okay, good, good.
Achtung.
And anyone that was Yes, anyone that was a mighty Austrian army member, they get a nice white colour, which is kind of cool compared to our grey. Hopefully they keep that white. I like it. What do we need? Rubber. Okay. Thought we'd solved our rubber issues, but I guess not. We're building that up very nicely. We can improve our trade. And what is the full amount that's been invested by both of us? 320. Plane time, baby. Hooray. So, 38 level. Which feels like one we can just get near enough immediately, and I can get the improved engine. So that's good. And then, with the Soviet one, we can hopefully rush things a little bit. So I would like to get these scout planes. Get that on 5, and part of me would quite like to get the heavy fighters as well. I feel like they might have some sort of a use, especially if they're slightly cheaper. So I'm not worried about them at the moment, but hey, you never know, they might come in useful. And we've got a long time to get up to our cap, so we're doing 6 a week. Which kind of feels like not a lot. But then again, I guess it is a lot, it's 1 a day. So we can get war economy, which is going to add us some military factories, which would be good. So we can get that going, which will give us a little bit of a benefit. And we could get a Chief of the Air Force. So I think Mr. Kesselring might be the way to go. Nice build-up going. Very nice. Amazing how quickly you can get these military factories out. We're nearly at parity, which isn't bad. We have no fuel. We have precisely 0 fuel.
Achtung!
So you're not training, you're not training, you're not training, you're not training. It's only you guys that are still training up. We are building up our fuel again now. We need to start building some fuel things soon. So, 38 level techs. Well, that would be our infantry equipment. And getting a little bit more rubber in. I want to go for Karl Dreadnoughts, I think. And we must be at the point where we're dominating trade, nearly. Like, surely.
Angetreten!
Okay, and we just bagged ourselves a little political power there, which is kind of cool. And yeah, you know what? A little bit of air experience from doing a little bit of a job there. I'm okay with that. Okay, so we get the next level of doctrine. Do we get a discount on that? From... We probably want to try and go for that rather than something else. So when do we get the signal company? In 4 days. Okay, yeah, so that's worth waiting on. Bomb, 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 bomb. This is a very quick build that we have going on here. 4 at a time. Not bad. Not bad at all. Happy to ignore that. Happy to ignore that. And Chief of the Navy option. No, we're going to let Carl... We're going to build up experience to get to Carl. And let's get those MG ones there. Feel relatively good about our build up here.
Angetreten.
And in fact, we can stop that as well. So you're not doing that. You're not doing that. You guys are built up already. So that means I can now adjust this template a little bit again, just to bring in signal company. So you're fine. So we can remove you. You and you. Decommission that one. Okay, not bad. So you can also edit the Panzer Division to add in signal. And use add in signal. And you to add in signal. Okay, so we're all got our nice little signal units in. And that didn't adversely impact any units. Good. Ah, well, it did.
Angetreten.
If you wouldn't mind just lacking the fuel for a minute, that would be great.
Achtung! Bereit!
Right, so you guys are all leveled up. You guys are leveled up.
Angetreten!
You guys are done.
Angetreten!
You guys are done.
Bereit!
Keep them rolling.
Befehle. Angetreten!
Rolls. Rolls.
Achtung!
Rolls. And then just you. Okay, so we can get an electronic computing machine. That's not a bad idea. And I want to get Carl for the convoy raid efficiency, so we're gonna move for that. Right, it's gonna take us 2 years apparently to build up enough fuel. Why do I not believe that? That seems like a very long time, but okay. So we have 38 levels. No, a lot of things are ahead of time, so do we want to get a maintenance or logistics company in the meantime? Oh, we get train. Trains are good. Okay, and there's German war economy. Okay, we can build both of those up. We want to get tanks improving as well and running on up. Part of me wants to get our plane production improving a little bit. And don't want to demand the Sudeten land yet. don't want to align anyone. I feel like we want to get the treaty with the USSR. Because it gives us a bonus to our tank tech. And the only other thing to do would be to get this armoured one here and get Henschel going. Actually, that's probably a good idea. And then, when the time comes, we can switch out Keitel for Brauch. So Rommel and Gudarian, so you're going to give max speed. You're going to give speed. This is going to give some speed and reliability. And we probably want to improve our tanks a little bit. So, we've got some light tanks. Military factory buildy time. But I think what we also want to build is some synthetic refineries. So we're going to build them in a couple of our areas to the south there. Build a lot of infrastructure. Get things looking happy in Germany. Let's build roads. And we've got to be dominating Dutch trade, right? Like, at this point, seriously, like 380? Like, am I missing something? Yeah, I don't want you. You're not worth getting, man. None of these people. I mean, maybe Ferdinand Schroeder for the infantry stuff, but I mean, army logistics would be good, I think. I wouldn't say any of it's great. So, no, we'll recognise Bulgarian claims. We could be friendly with Bulgaria. No need to make angry enemies when we don't need to. And how goes our construction? So, yeah, we're onto those synthetic refineries. So, with half of the speed, it's, yeah, Feather 39. So, factory output could be improved a little bit. But hopefully, yeah, so now that that one's done, construction-wise, what are we looking at? So, October 31st. November 1st. So, treaty with the USSR. Perfect. And then we've got Army Innovations 2. Let's get... So, 710,000... Fire Innovations align. This is going to build fortifications on the French border. I'm not bothered about that at the moment. Nothing over here really appeals. We could befriend Japan. Decisions. Air doctrine for some air bases wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, maybe air innovations. This will be the last one that we grab. Treaty with the Soviets secured. That's going to do us a whole raft of good, because it means... So So when basic medium tank chassis finishes in a moment, it means indeed we can get the 1941 immediately. So we can build a tank here. So I want to edit and create something. So if we were to create tank-wise, change that to a 3-man turret. Chuck in a basic radio, and there's the washing machine. So if we were to get, so we've got an automatic cannon 1 there, small cannon, so improve small cannon, track suspension. So we want something that's going to give us a bit of speed to BU. Welded armor. Has a bit of production cost, but could be useful. Gasoline engine. And then what we want is something speedy, so armor skirts. Sloped armor would be good. So adds a bit more to production cost, but hey, who am I to complain? So the armor's already improved. And that's a bloody fast tank unit there. And we could call it B. Well, in fact, we can ditch you. And we can change that to the B, which makes them very quick, and then we can build an armored, medium armored one. So let's create an armored template for our mediums. So we want a 3-man turret, and we want a radio, and that's a smoke launcher. I'm not bothered about the smoke launchers. Let's give it sloped armor. And that basic high velocity weapon is good. So this is going to add reliability if we were to do this. Well, let's get the Christie, and let's also get the gasoline engine. And then what we want over here is we want the wet ammunition storage. And we can get the armoured skirts as well. We want these as quick as we can get them realistically. I mean, I think that looks pretty good. Because it's sloped, we'll go with... No, yeah, we'll use the best match. So it's slightly more expensive, but again, useful. Okay, and we're starting to produce some more of them. We're going to upgrade our light tanks to the new version.
Achtung!
It makes them very powerful, so we've got a lot of light tanks to upgrade. Okay, and I think I'm going to call it an episode here. So, thank you very much for watching, everyone. And I look forward to seeing the next episode of Hearts of Iron 4, where we're going to carry on with our Grand Conquest. We're going to want to probably get on to our next units, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm wondering... So what's holding us up? Trucks. Anti-tank. So, we need a lot more anti-tank guns. So, I mean, we're working on that as much as we can. But we're going to need to probably prioritise unit deployment. So, let's prioritise you for things to get those units out, which means hopefully they will arrive pretty soonish. Indeed they will. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to the next episode. Thanks again. Bye bye.